Is that not the most awesome thing you have ever seen? That is really wonderful. It feels like a real competition, doesn't it? I am in fact, I am Flip Phillips. I am one of your MCs. And welcome to the third annual Wolfram LiveCoding Championship. Want to announce or introduce real quickly the judges. So we've got Bob Nakbar over here. Danny Finn, fresh from some food poisoning, but doing better. Got Roman Mader. We've got, basically the person singularly responsible for all of this, who is too embarrassed to take all the credit, but should anyway, Jesse Friedman, everybody. Give him just a, stand up, Jesse. There you go. Oh, you were standing. I'm sorry, that was good. I'm sorry, dude. And I'm going to introduce my co-host for the evening, reigning champion, undefeated because he's in retirement. It's a new level. Anyway, Chip Hurst, everybody. Chip. I think you're on now.
That's right, Flip. I'm just an athlete who's retired to the announcer's booth.
Yep.
So folks, for those of you at home who don't know what this is a live coding championship. So we have a bunch of competitors out here who will be given a bunch of questions to code. Whoever's the fastest will get more points. And what's interesting is we don't grade on them getting the right answer. They also have to provide the code, and we run it and check and make sure it's generating the right answer. So it's a completely automated process. Some laughter over there. Yeah, no, we're going to catch you.
And we have 3 humans to take the place of the AI that is secretly doing all of the grading during that.
But before we begin, I think I want to hear a word from the original live coder, Stephen Wolfram. Let's hear it for Stephen.
Thanks. I've been doing live coding stuff. I think I first did live coding in 1980. So I've been doing it a while. It's really a lot of fun. I particularly like doing it in front of audiences and things. I, however, am very much a non-competitive kind of guy. So people don't, why are you laughing at that? It's true. It's so I'm not somebody to compete in this kind of thing, but I think it's really fun, and maybe I will end up competing this time. All right, but anyway, it's what's great here is with our whole Wolfram language technology stack, you can make non-trivial code in a few lines. You can really make things happen quickly. It's fun to do. It's fun to watch. Hope everybody has fun. So, back to Chip here.
All right, thanks for those words, Stephen.
Thanks. All right, so I think it's about time we get started.
Yeah, Flip, I think we're ready.
How's the crowd? What about the crowd? The crowd ready?
Audience, are we ready?
All right. Competitors, let's get the competitors. You guys pumped? You ready? All right. Bob, unleash the first question. Find the 10 people with the most Wolfram language symbols named after them and return the most common country of birth among them as a country entity. Good luck, competitors.
Okay, so, I believe the first question was just sent out. Yes, symbol eponyms. Yep. Eponyms, we heard it. So let's take a look at what our competitors are doing. The first one here. Not sure.
People are trying the symbol names.
Yeah. So I've switched over to one of the screens that we have, and we have 4 people right now. Yeah. Okay, there we go. So right now we're looking at the left one there. I'm not sure who that person is. They're using Wolfram language symbol. I think that's the right approach. It's an entity type.
Another approach would be Wolfram language data.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Wolfram language data as well. So it's an entity type within the Wolfram knowledge base that contains data about symbols in the Wolfram language.
And they've got the dump there, and they are now counting.
Oh, that's good. Okay,
Yeah,
they've
that's good
looks like they've gotten at the eponymous people property, which gets for a given
got
symbol the
Jacobian
people
for
who
yay.
it's named
Here
after,
we
a
go.
person or people. Let's switch over to another person here. Let's see. Yeah, that's that screen. So.
The
Okay.
good use of the documentation system by this particular
Yes, they
competitor,
brought
right?
up the documentation page for Wolfram language data in the back, which
Yes.
is, although it looks like they're using entity value, it's just two ways to do the same thing, really. So they're using the eponymous people property as well. They've also gotten on that.
This competitor has gone
yeah,
to the
let's-
Wolfram language data also, or has gone to the
Oh,
documentation
sorry, yeah, this
system.
one. Sorry.
Yes.
So yes, this competitor, yeah, they're on the documentation page for Wolfram language data.
And they found the example.
Oh,
the
they found the
relevant
example.
Oh, it's
That's
like the
good.
exact
That's smart.
same
See?
example.
Always
Okay,
look
not
for-
quite.
Wow.
Part of it.
Always
But-
look for the
Yeah.
example.
So that's the advantage of using the documentation. Not only will it tell you how to use the function, but maybe the person who wrote this question stole from the documentation. I don't know.
And this person over here on the fourth monitor
Yeah, fourth
is
monitor.
they're
there.
fiddling and faddling.
Yeah,
to
ooh,
use
that's interesting.
Well, they're almost trying to reverse engineer the problem.
Yeah, they're using the person entity type, which is it's a giant database.
Well, we
of
see it's
lots and
downloading
lots of
about
people.
480,000
about a
people.
half a million.
Yeah.
And
So
hey,
I'm
they've
gonna-
almost downloaded them all.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb here, though, and say that might not be the right approach for solving this.
Who knows?
But hey, it's interesting, and you
And
can
by
get
the way-
interesting stuff from that as well.
So over number
So-
one, it
Yeah,
looks
number one.
like they are. So they got Jacobi, and they're looking at the properties for Jacobi.
Right. Yeah, they found the place of birth property, which is a property of the person entity type, and there and the place of birth is I think the place of birth can be multiple entity types.
I know, it looks like they got it. They just need to
They
clean
got
it up and submit.
You're right.
Yeah,
I think they've got it.
Yeah, I think
So
they
they're
do.
getting the country of, I guess, place of birth is a city, and they're getting the country associated with that city. So I think
they
they're
are very close.
They're looking. Yeah, they're very close. Let's
All
see
right,
how
so
the
I
rest
think
of-
I'm going to go out and get
Oh.
ready to announce to the audience that we have our first.
Yeah, let's just wait until we see it here from the judges, just to make sure.
Right. Yeah, you want to ring?
So okay, here I'm gonna.
You know who that is?
I think that I'm not sure. Okay, so.
Fine.
So I'm switching over here actually to the to the secret judges feed.
One of my personal favorite
Right.
feeds.
So we can see this is the result from the automatic grading system. It looks like we got that. I think that might be the person we were just looking at on the screen.
yes, it looks
But
like
I don't think they read the. We've got a correct answer from Gurley. I don't know
Nice.
who that is, but
Goodness.
but okay, we have a correct solution from Gurley. So
Gurley does seem to be our first.
yeah, first correct solution for that one. So here, I think they didn't read the question quite close enough because it's asking for the most common country of
That's
birth.
correct. Yes.
So, okay.
So they were close. All they need to do is count from there.
Yeah, yeah. Just take the commonest.
Yes.
I think
commonest,
function.
Yes. Yeah. Correct.
Okay.
Oh, that's great.
Incorrect.
I got a correct or one correct entry and one almost
Yeah.
correct.
Let's go back to one of these screens and see what's up.
Carefully gone back to reread the question.
Yes.
A classic,
looks like
a
it.
classic strategy.
Yeah,
for,
it's a good strategy. Okay.
I
So.
encourage my students.
So that's interesting. Look at that. Stephen Wolfram is up there with the most eponymous, or the people with the most eponymous symbols.
Yes.
And sorry, I can't quite see over here.
So they're
So.
All
I
right,
think they're
folks,
on the-
we have one correct answer so far. Oh, two correct answers. So remember, once the third correct answer is submitted, we will start the 1 minute timer,
it's very
and everyone else has 1 more minute to try to submit a correct answer.
That's right.
Okay, we have 3 correct, so the
right.
second that starts counting down, you have 1 minute to try to submit.
Or for it to recognize my face. There we go. All right.
1 minute.
1 minute. How you doing, John? Oh, okay. All right, good. Oh, yes. Oh, that's good. We were watching over there and commenting that going back to read the question, a fine strategy for all students. 33 seconds left,
Take
everybody.
a look at exactly what
33.
those correct solutions that we got were. I'm again peering into the secret judges room here. So I think the first
By the way,
one-
the music
this was
tonight
the first one from Gurley. That's
by
entity value
Wolfram
of,
Tones. Yes,
the
Wolfram
common symbol
Tones.
for every symbol in the language.
Let's hear it for Wolfram Tones.
Wolfram language symbol. Wolfram language symbol.
10 seconds.
And then
Make sure and tip your wait staff.
That's interesting. They're using tally.
4,
the
3,
Latin
2,
Oh,
1.
All right, gentlemen.
like we're about done.
And that's the end
Of question 1.
of question 1. Good job, everybody. So we'll give the judges a few minutes to tally up the goodness. So yeah, let's go over talk real quick to John because we were commenting with you on the live stream. So what? Tell us again. You were close.
Yeah, I had all but the communist country, but I didn't read the question, so I sat here chatting, and I realised I'd had communist to the end of the code.
And then and once you did that, you were in, right? So good job. Anybody else want somebody? Have the judges put the? Oh, they're still judging. Lots of judging going on.
A lot of deliberating.
Yes. Now we get to go over and hang out with the judges.
Got some people doing the wave back there. Wow.
Now is that a standing wave or is that? We got physicists now. You have to ask wave questions because they're standing.
I got you.
Yeah. Okay. I just want to make sure.
I forgot to sort. After count.
So we're just waiting on the judges.
No pressure. No pressure on the judges. Just think about what it takes to be a judge here.
All right. The scoreboard has been updated.
There we go.
So it looks like we got Gurley with 4 for
Yay.
first place.
Congratulations.
Hart Wolfie. Oh, all right.
Yes.
We got degenerate artist.
Yes. Did you?
All right.
Degenerate artist.
The anonymous degenerate artist.
Yes.
And finally, with 1 point, Jose.
Yeah.
All right.
Good job.
So, Jerry, congrats. You want to tell us real quick, kind of what you did?
I looked at the documentation. It was great.
That's an excellent answer. She looked at the documentation.
Perhaps the best solution of all. All right, that's great. So, with one question down, Gurley, Wolfie, degenerate artist, and Jose. Come on, the rest of you get your $20 gift certificate for getting 1 point. We work hard on the next one.
Can we look at the solution?
All right, it's time for question number 2. Take a chip.
All right, it's Rule 30 edge components. Evolve Rule 30 for 2,000 steps, starting from a single one centered on the background of zeros. Use the evolution as input to morphological components with corner neighbor set to false, and find the number of distinct components on the diagonal, on the rightmost diagonal of the automaton. How many distinct components are on the rightmost diagonal of the automaton?
Your answer will be a simple integer.
Thank you.
Okay, let's see what's up here.
That was good. That last the last solution. I mean, a lot of it was in in the documentation.
See, we got a big cluster over here, everyone working together.
Excellent documentation.
So let's see what's up here. I've switched us to one of the contestant screens. They seem to be using they're using the cellular automaton function to evolve the Rule 30 cellular automaton for 2,000 steps. They've got that, and they've wrapped it in image. Cellular automaton returns a matrix, a two-dimensional binary matrix, and they're converting it to a Wolfram language symbolic image object. And then they're calling morphological components corner neighbors to false. That's they're on the right track, definitely.
Absolutely.
So just left is finding the components that border the right edge.
Yes. So and that's good. There's a nice kind of logical stopping point to chunk this into these pieces, right? And
Yes.
so they
Yeah.
clearly.
Yep.
And I am digging the
Look at
Wolfram
that.
tones,
Isn't
I'm not
that
going to
great?
lie.
Colorize it.
Colorize the output of morphological components is the same matrix, but instead of binary, they're integer values where one represents a certain component. So all of the ones are together.
Correct.
And so it would be one of those many colors in there, and then two would be another component. So it's a matrix of integers instead of just a matrix of zeros and ones.
And now they're looking at the raw data to get a sense. It looks like
Yeah,
they're trying to get a
that's
sense
ju- yeah.
of what the first pixel. So they were
Yeah.
trying to figure out what the first component is because they would think it would be the middle of that array.
Oh
right?
yeah. So just to be clear, to help understand the question, what they're trying to do, if you saw that colorize, hopefully they'll scroll back to it. What they're trying to do is count how many distinct colors are on the right edge, since it's that triangle, are on the right edge of that that thing. So there may be more colors. Oh, it looks like they've got it up.
So there we go. So
And here we can switch to another competitor who's also on the same
on
track.
the
It
same
looks like.
trail. Yeah. That's
So yeah, there may be. Oh, there. Looks like they made a mistake in how they
have to
submit it.
Yeah,
they
but
have
there-
to submit it
there
a
we
special
go.
way. But
oh, they're
yeah,
going to submit it,
yeah.
and
Not sure if that's the correct result. I can. Just gonna
So again, remember for this question, it's not the number of
Okay.
components in the
Right.
image. It's the number of components that touch the rightmost diagonal.
yes.
So-
they
So there's a difference.
Yeah, so
Yes.
they need to figure out some way of extracting a diagonal from the matrix.
Right.
So wonder what function they might use to do that.
Right.
Let's see.
diagonal of some
Yeah,
kind.
diagonal of some
Perhaps a-
kind, something like that.
Some kind of diagonal.
Yeah, so here we're on our third contestant. Just taking a look. It looks like they're a little behind the rest, but they're on the right track, I believe.
Yes.
Not sure what's up with that in cellular automaton join table. Looks like they're using an unusual way to form the range specification, I guess, or the initial conditions,
initial conditions,
for the
yes.
cellular automaton.
Okay.
So they're creating the initial conditions array of 1,000 manually, while there is actually a syntax that the other contestants have used. We can see here where they have the that second argument of cellular automaton, where it's bracket bracket 1 close bracket 0. So that just means a single 1 on an infinite background of zeros. So it's a somewhat more efficient or cleaner way of describing those initial conditions. But either way works.
Yes,
Works
absolutely.
fine.
And it's completely valid.
Yeah.
And
So,
yeah,
I
we're
think
getting-
we have our. I believe an answer that we're seeing here is correct on competitor 1.
Yes.
But
So our
of course, we
judges
have
are
to wait
saying that
until
a
the
few
final
people are getting
decision from the
close.
judges.
very close. They are so close.
Yeah, I know. I think they. I believe they have. Yeah. So yeah,
Oh
it's
yeah,
that
they
one
do.
over there.
They have the right answer.
Yes,
and it
they have the
says
right
it's
answer.
I wonder what they submitted.
Yeah, they may
Oh,
have,
you
that
know
may
what?
have
They
been
may
a
have
previous
just
one.
submitted the length union of C.
Yeah.
So
Oh
they
yeah.
didn't submit the whole answer.
Yeah, it's a bit tricky because of the way how this system works. It's
No, I was gonna go.
Oh,
tell
sure.
you. Yeah,
Go ahead.
But no, go ahead.
Yeah, so the way this our special competition system works is that
So-
competitors have to select all of the cells that they
So
that
don't
they want
forget,
to
you
submit
have
as
to
part of their
submit
answer.
the
And if they
entire
just submitted that
answer,
one that says
not
length
just the,
union C and then 89,
not just a piece
that
of
will
it.
that
So
will
there's
be
a couple
graded as
people that are
incorrect
very
because
close to correct.
on the judges' end they
Okay,
don't know
good.
what C
All right.
is, so because
So
that
you gotta
that
submit
definition
one
is
cell with the
local
whole
to,
answer. So we do have
to
one
their,
correct?
to that
Yes.
session. So
Two correct.
Two correct.
just heard from the judges. We have two correct
Correct.
solutions that came through.
This is exciting.
Yeah, this is exciting. Always exciting. So yeah, I do see one in this list. I'm not sure what the second one is. It might have been that the auto grader made a mistake,
Yes.
and the judges overrided it and graded something as yeah. I see. Yeah,
Yeah,
this
good.
one.
They submitted the
yeah.
whole thing. Yes.
Yes. So okay, yeah. I'm just looking at. I suppose I can put up the. No reason I can't put up the list here. And I did see this one correct solution from Gurley, but then several others that do have the same, or one other that has the same result. And I suspect that this is the auto grader result. And I suspect the auto grader made a mistake for some reason.
All right, we have
The judges
3
are treating them as
correct submissions.
Oh, and here we
So
have,
once Flip gets
3
the
correct
timer going, we have
solutions.
1 minute.
And they've
Starting now.
a timer
Everyone,
for anybody else to get everyone. We have 3 first through third place now, and anyone
the
who
reason
submits
that's green
a correct answer within this final minute will each get 1 point.
Concentration of cones in your eye.
So I don't think
green's
we
the
have.
most
Wonder
easily
if
discernible
our
color.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I would have
nobody
thought red to
who's
induce
screen
anxiety.
have, has oh here.
Actually, we should
yeah,
stroke
this
it
one.
to induce anxiety.
This one
God.
here, they got the correct solution. I'm not sure what name corresponds to which of these monitors that I have in front of me, but it's possible. Maybe that's Gurley who got that correct solution.
No, there's a real time.
And I wish I could see the timer. I don't know how many seconds.
All right,
are
we're
left.
down
An
to
hour, 1 minute.
17 seconds, everybody. Let's get
17
'em in.
seconds. Okay.
You don't have to go home.
I don't
but
see
you-
anything
No, I
else.
don't.
Oh, I see.
It's
I
that,
see
8
one
seconds.
solution's come through
6,
and looks
5,
correct. That's the expected
4, 3,
correct solution
2,
here.
1. And time
All right,
is up.
Time's up, everyone.
Minute.
Let's-
Okay, time's up. So now it's.
All right, round of
judge's
applause.
turn.
That was kind of tricky.
Judge's turn.
That was kind of a tricky question. So let's wait for the judges to update.
Okay, so we're going to take a look at what the correct
Yeah, so we're going
solution
to
that we
put
got
up
was.
the one potential solution
Yeah,
once the
there's-
judges
yeah,
are done.
so
and
there are
have
several
made their
solutions that here I suppose.
So judges will
I'll just-
deliberate a
I'll let
little
the
longer,
answers talk
make
right
sure
now.
everything's correct, put up the correct solution submitted by the first person, and then we'll tally up the points.
I think I know. I have a feeling where
You
the
have a
points are going.
Yeah, you know, just based on the demeanor of people in here during the questions, I have a feeling too.
I do love competitors with a certain sense of excitement about their live coding. This is not a dead coding competition. This is a live coding competition.
John McClune couldn't do it.
Well,
I don't know what to say.
Some of them the judges may want to check if you got the right.
What's the answer? Is it 89?
Yeah, it is 89.
It was 89. Well,
We'll have to ask the judges.
all right, we have the question number 2 totals.
Yeah. Oh, no, you did. Yes.
So actually, first place for question number 2 was John McClune.
Yeah.
I apologize for picking on you.
So this is one of the conditions where the auto grader, the kind of default auto grader, did not like you apparently, and you know. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't write it.
In second place, we got Gurley.
Yeah, girl.
All right. Sander from the live stream, number 2, or 2 points, and Jose again with 1, and we have Total Annihilation with 1.
Total annihilation. All right.
So if we tally up questions 1 through 2, Gurley's in first place, followed by John McClune, and then Hart Wolfie in third. All right, let's hear it for everybody so far.
Good job.
Yes. All right, so are we ready for question 3 of the Wolfram Live Coding Championship? Audience, are we ready? Yeah? All right.
All right.
Judges.
Release the hounds. All right, this is the nearest flag problem. Using the nearest function, find the flag of another country that is most similar to the flag of Italy. Return the flag's country as a country entity. Good luck, everyone.
Okay, third question has just gone out. We have it here, nearest flag. So let's take a look at what our competitors are doing. Competitor 1 over here, I just put the screen up, and you should see it in just a moment.
So it looks like competitor 2 is already extracting all the flags of every country.
Sure, I'm going to change the screen here to competitor number 2,
see
and hopefully
the
this can be
flags
put
of
up
many countries.
for the live stream to see. Don't see it up there yet.
Might come back and talk to the audience.
Okay, there. Here, Scott.
Come back and annoy Mads a little bit, just to kind of throw him off.
Which screen? Sorry.
One of these, I'll put it up. You need to switch to it so the live stream can see it.
So is this your first
Okay.
live coding champion?
It is indeed.
And how are you feeling
But
about
they
it so
need to
far?
switch to this.
Nervous.
Okay, good. Good. The tension is palpable. That is correct.
All right, so Jesse, it looks like someone's calling the task
All right.
manager.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I wonder
Competitor
what's
number
going on
2.
there. Competitor number 2 has brought up the task manager.
All right, looks like they're back in the game.
Yeah, I'm afraid I don't think the live stream can see it because
Some of
I'm
our
just
summer
looking at that
school
screen over
people
there,
here.
which is the live screen. Oh,
Right, there we go.
Okay, you've got it up.
Okay.
Great. So
So
looks
competitor
like-
2 is having some issues, but I mean, it really looks like they're on the right track.
Yeah, I think they are on the
In
the
fact,
right
most
track.
of our competitors are using the nearest function.
Yep, nearest. I mean,
Which,
that was,
I mean,
it was
it's-
kind of suggested in the question, wasn't it?
Yeah, but you know what? That's fine.
Yeah, it's good.
You're just making a face.
So,
yeah.
would you
So
like
we
to
got the
describe
red
the
line
nearest
over it.
function,
Oh, there you go.
Chip? Just so
Sure,
it's clear? 'Cause
so-
it's kind of special to the Wolfram language.
It is kind of a super function because if you have, say, a list of numbers, you want to know for that list, if I give you another number, what's the nearest number to that number?
Yeah.
Super simple, okay? But what if you have, say, geopositions,
Yeah.
right? The distance function is different there.
Yeah,
Well,
and what-
nearest
yeah,
can already
exactly.
handle it.
Yeah, and here we have images. So nearest, I believe it probably uses the image distance function.
It does. So by
yeah.
default, it uses just the standard image distance.
Yeah. So it's a
These are some good
image
strategies
distance is just a way of representing a certain distance between some sort of distance between two different images. But the important thing is that it's consistent. So
Sure.
so it works.
I mean,
as
and not to
distance
be a
function.
stickler, but maybe we should have specified to use the default
I believe in
distance
the rules
metric.
it says to assume the default
Perfect.
default options for everything.
If you get a chance, can you unplug and plug back into your laptops?
Mine.
Like the video for your laptop? Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, anyways, let's take a look at another competitor here.
Come back to join my friends here at the judges, or at Jesse's table.
Okay. So we're on competitor 3 right now. They are actually. Oh, I should have been looking over here. It looks like there's. 1 second. Looks like we have.
Oh, we do have a.
Yeah, we have a correct
Correct answer.
there.
Perfect.
Oh, we've had 2 correct answers. Okay, so we're behind a little bit.
All right, we have 2
so-
correct submissions. We're waiting on the magic third.
I like this.
Okay, so let's just let's see what's going on with competitor 2. That looks interesting. So entity value. So they're getting the flags of every country in the world as an entity association. So it's a key value data structure where the keys are country entities and the values will be flag images. Now I think if I recall correctly, there's a very there's a subtle quality to this this question, which is there are 2 flag properties. Oh, looks like their session is frozen right there. So there are actually 2 flag properties for country entities in the Wolfram language. So there's flag right there. What it returns is a graphics
All right, we have 3
object.
correct submissions. So once Flip gets the countdown going, you'll have 1 minute.
Freezing the kernel.
1 minute, everyone.
Well,
1.
Carlo needs to abort
Minute.
his evaluation here.
Takes 2 hours to freeze.
Not sure what state we are, how many correct solutions we have here, but anyways, what I was saying about the flag property, there's the flag property, which competitor 2 seems to be seems to be using and having some issues, which returns a graphics object, which in the Wolfram language is a vector graphics.
30 seconds.
Symbolic representation of vector graphics. While this contestant over here, competitor number 3, is using the flag image property.
So yours is under review.
Which
Sandra
returns
presently under review.
Under review.
Yes.
Controversy ensues.
You know, I'm looking forward to some
not supposed to talk while the MCs are talking.
battles
I'm not sure if
between the
I'm talking over them
judges.
or not.
All right, we got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pencils down.
All right, pencils down, everybody. Great job.
All right, so let's hear it for question 3.
All right, we're going to go over to the judges' table here. See
Let
if
the
we get a
judges
sense of what's
iron
going
things
on.
out.
Yes. We noticed some of the answers are under review, so that's kind of exciting as they review the answers. Yes.
But it was ultimately wrong.
Oh, okay. Yes. But we want them to get their $20. So, yes, right?
But this is something that's already up.
Okay. In that case.
Yes.
All right, this is pretty exciting. Oh, yes, right.
All right, we still have the judges deliberating, but in the meantime, I think we should hear it for our competitors, audience. They're, this is harder than it looks. I'll be honest. You got the spotlight on you.
A viewer just from my family just messaged me to say that my brain is exploding. So that's how hard this is that you're causing members of my own family's brains to explode.
Right. Well,
Difficult.
I'm saying that the competitors are having a harder time than we're having.
Yes.
Right. We're up here. We have just water. We get to walk around.
That's true. We've had a few drinks. Yeah. Yes, this is true. The judges now still debating.
The judges are still debating.
There's some controversy here with the judges.
I wonder what's going on.
Yeah, it might have been some of these crazy name changers. The name changes.
Who is AVSH?
Oh, Matt. He's there to.
All right, it looks like Mads has changed his username
And Matt's
middle
being
of the.
chastised by the person running. Scott is. Oh.
All right, well, it looks like the judges worked it out.
Yes. All right. Mads is now being chastised and reprimanded. Yes. All right. There's our scores right now, everyone. Looks like Gurley again.
All right, so let's hear it for Gurley, everybody. Nice job.
And Sander with 2. Mohammed B, I guess, with 3. Yes.
The name changer.
Yeah, the name changer. All right. And YSH with
1
a point. The first point for YSH. Well done.
All right, let's hear it again for the competitors for question number 3. Did a great job.
All right, we're live, everyone, from the Wolfram Live Coding Championship 2019 edition. All you fans watching on the internet, the incredible audience we have here, it is time for question 4.
All right, question number 4. Random walk, 0 crossings. So let's generate 3,000 steps of a random walk process with probability 0.5 and count the number of positive trending 0 crossings in the walk. For example, if we have -x, 0, and x, it's considered a positive trending 0 crossing. While positive x, 0, minus x is negative trending. So if we go from negative to positive, we've crossed in a positive fashion. Since we're dealing with random walk, let's reset the pseudo-random number generator with seed random of 1989 to make sure that this is actually deterministic. Return an integer.
1989?
Yes.
Why
19.
not 2019?
Do you see this man over here who's staring you down right now? Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Question 4 is up. Random
Good. I'm
walk,
glad we have
zero
even
crossings.
controversy
Let's
in
see
the
what's going up.
questions.
Whoa,
That
okay.
makes it even-
Competitor number 1 is already well on their way. They've seeded the random number generator, and they've created a random function of the random walk process, and over 3,000 steps, and they've plotted that. And now I think they're going really fast. I think that's exactly the right way.
So
about
before I
this.
even sat down, we almost
Yeah,
have
take a look at that.
Oh my goodness.
They've got sequence cases, which is a excellent way to approach this. Of the data from those 3,000 steps.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, and they're finding a sequence that's where the first element is.
Oh, I forgot a
anything-
question mark.
Ooh, they did. Yeah, positive is not ahead.
Yeah.
But I think they'll find their
They'll
mistake
find
there.
they'll
But-
find their cue.
Yeah,
there somewhere.
so they're finding sequences within this list of 3 elements, where the first one is anything as long as it's negative, the second one is 0, and the third one is, again, anything as long as it's positive.
Chip, they are doing they're reading your mind right now. See that? Oh.
Interesting. See, I would have hit the temporal data with normal.
With normal? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, so there's
Oh, so then
so
they're-
it has
You're gonna
the
do all comma minus 1, and
Yeah.
I think they're good to go.
Oh my goodness. This
Oh,
is
yep.
outstanding.
This is great.
A brutal use.
Well,
of
if we
sequence
switch to the second
Sure.
screen, it looks like we have some similar.
Yep, similar approach.
similar
that
functionality.
I think they might be on
Oh, they're
the
using sequence position.
sequence position. Yeah, that works as
Yeah,
well.
Works as well.
Right, since all you care about, in fact, I think sequence count would be the simplest way about it, but it really doesn't matter.
Here we
there.
go. Everything
Okay.
in one answer.
Here,
I
on
think
All right, we-
that is
number
correct.
1 again.
All right,
I
we have
believe they
one correct submission so far.
That is great.
Keep it up, everybody.
Wow, that was lightning fast.
Yeah, that was extremely fast. I'm impressed.
Yes.
So,
Number 2, we have 2 correct submissions.
2 correct submissions. Okay.
Amazing.
Do you think this one was too easy?
No.
Some of you are really flying.
But apparently, yeah, this one definitely this is good because this shows. We
All right, we have 3 correct submissions. So flip. Oh. All right, we have 1 minute. 1 minute to try to get it right. To get that gift card to the basement. $20 gift card to the Wolfram store.
Oh, this is great. So Jesse, can you tell us a little bit about where the questions came from? Can you tell us a little bit about?
Yes, I wrote all the questions for this competition. Some of them are reused from previous competitions where they were later in the schedule.
All
and we
right,
didn't get to them.
looks like we have about 15 seconds.
That's great, and generally
Let's get those submissions in.
to make them a little bit more difficult as we go through
No,
the competition.
I've
or is it-
actually.
All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, submissions are closed. All right, so we'll wait on the judges here. So Carlo, were you able to figure it out? Were you correct? You were correct, okay. All right, Carlo got a green submission. Awesome. No, absolutely not.
Because you're saying that this is my first one. Is that what you know? It's not.
Carlo has claimed the pseudonym Gurley. I just don't quite believe that. Whoever Gurley is, I'd take that as a compliment.
Right, so there was some discussion about whether to use values, whether to use normal on this. using sequence, some kinds of sequence functions. Some of
Well, I mean, I think all of those could lead to the correct solution.
Indeed.
Yes.
And so, yeah, there were, you guys all tried, this was a good one in terms of some variety of solution approaches that converged on the same thing.
No empties. I like it.
Yeah, no empty?
No empties.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Everyone's favorite function, we'll have to vote on that later.
I mean, this question was kind of interesting because, you know, we had to use seed random to give it a deterministic feel.
Yes.
Oh, and we have the scores up.
There we go.
Awesome. So it looks like first place with 4 points is Sander.
Sander.
Let's hear it for Sander, everybody.
Yeah, John McClune making a comeback on this question, number 2.
Total Annihilation in third place with 2 points. Let's hear it for Total Annihilation. Yeah, there it is. And it looks like Etienne B and Cheeseburger both pulled in 1 point. Let's hear it for Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger gonna cash that in for some Wolfram swag.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back to the Wolfram Live Coding Championship. We're here in the Wolfram Tech Conference here in Champaign, Illinois. We are ready to start question number 5. Audience, let's hear it for our coders one more time. All right. All right, and now the question is live.
All right. And question 5 is, the historic Lewis and Clark expedition of 1804 to 1806 began near St. Louis, Missouri, and reached the Pacific coast just southwest of Astoria, Oregon. Find the shortest chain of bordering U.S. states that connect the states of Missouri and Oregon, starting in the former, ending in the latter. So the shortest chain connecting Indiana and Tennessee would be the list you see on the screen. So Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee. Return a list of administrative division entities. There's a nice set of hints in the question. Good luck, everybody. This is a good one. I like this one a lot.
Okay, question number 5. The state chain is out. Let's take a look at, I think, over here. So second screen right here, I think they're on the right track here. They've got continental U.S. states, so that's the U.S. states on the North American continent. The Hawaii isn't going to play into the result here, so that's fine.
That's a good point. Yeah, good idea.
Although it doesn't matter because we're looking at bordering states, and Hawaii doesn't border anything. But anyways, they're looking at the bordering states property, which for a given state entity, and U.S. states are represented as administrative division entities. That's why it says it in the question to return one.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
That was mine. Hopefully.
So they're okay. I think they're on the right track here. Find shortest path. It's a graph theoretic function, and so they've converted these bordering states. So the list of bordering states for each given state. The states that each state borders. They're trying to convert that into a graph, so they can use the graph theoretic functionality to find the shortest path between one point and another. Between one vertex and another. So let's see where.
And they have a very nice.
Oh, they've got it. I think they're over like 50% of the question here.
They have the data set they need,
Yep.
and now it's find shortest path.
Yep.
And I think they are gonna. This one is gonna.
Yeah, just between the two vertices.
Yep. I think we're gonna have a correct answer. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Okay, so they're just putting the arguments in to find shortest path. Let's see if it works.
Yeah.
Let me see what the correct answer is supposed to be.
So they have Missouri, Nebraska, U.S., Wyoming, Idaho, and Oregon.
Yep,
I think that's correct. Yeah.
So,
you know what?
I hate to prejudge,
Yes.
but yeah, I believe that's the correct
Oh,
solution.
look, we have a graphical
let's
solution over
go
here on
on.
number 3.
Yes, on number 3.
I love that.
We have one
By the way,
correct.
Jesse, no one has died.
One
of
correct.
dysentery. during this trip on the Oregon Trail?
Two
Not
correct.
this one. Yeah, I think we have modern medicine.
Can you hear me?
To prevent that
This
now.
is good. Yeah, that's
So yeah, there.
Test.
Okay, that's well. I mean.
Can you hear me? Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
we
have
have
some
two correct
graphical.
submissions.
yes. All right, I'm loving this.
So Flip, this
Yes.
one is actually a really interesting solution. It is not the expected answer, but they've created
So I have a hunch that
geohash.
Total Annihilation got it right.
Between the
He's
two
missing.
states, and they're finding the states that intersect.
Or he
that
gave up.
path.
Oh, that's a really great
Yeah,
solution.
it's not correct, but it's a really interesting way to
Yes,
solve to try to solve the problem.
Yes.
Because what we're interested in is the shortest chain, not that just happens to be underneath a geodesic,
geodesic.
path.
Yeah, right,
But
exactly.
nonetheless, it's a really interesting attempt, and I believe this is by this solution is by Jose, who is one of the developers of the geographics functionality.
okay. All right,
So
that makes it
I bet
even
this is
better.
this is the kind of stuff that he likes to write.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, the geodesic, because it's adjacencies and not, so it's topological and not geometric here that we're looking for, right?
Right,
So,
yeah.
so
Three correct submissions.
it seems that we have.
So the 1 minute countdown starts now.
There it is.
So Jose's solution is awesome.
Is this Jose?
Yeah, that's Jose. So Jose's solution is.
So we see it in 106. Jose has a one-liner solution to this problem.
But he's doing it via geodesic.
Sure,
And maybe
geodesic
not
distance.
topologies, so I don't know if the question is there's a topology.
That's true. The question is it connectivity or is it distance?
Nice job, guys.
Yeah. I love it regardless. It's a great
It's
answer.
very elegant.
Yes, yeah. But as we pointed out, the question is, who knows?
I mean, that's the thing about these questions. It's really hard to make it 100% ironclad.
All right.
All right, and now time is up. Time is up.
All right, applause for everybody. Yeah.
And actually, you know what? Let's give a round of applause to the judges. The judges have been hard at work this entire time trying to make sure everything's running smoothly. And you know what? I think it has been.
So Jesse and I will walk through and I'll come over and talk to Jose because we were distracted by the topological solutions and then started to notice little bits of geodata showing up. And so, can you tell us what was the main thought there? What were you going at?
Yeah, if we can get Jose's solution back up on the screen, it's an interesting one.
So I was imitating this example we have in the documentation that will tell us the states through the line that goes from one to the other one. And so, yes, but then I realized that they were not coming in the right order.
Yes. Yeah.
So I had to find a way of sorting them by longitude.
So
Yes, so that confused me. So actually, we should return them order.
yeah. No, that's great though. That's a really great solution. It was cool.
So the common theme of the night, though, is people said the documentation. They just
Yeah.
go to the documentation
Yeah.
and they find out what to do.
I don't know who's here from the documentation group, but how about a round of applause for the documentation group? Goodness gracious.
I mean, I can't think of any other language that's as well documented as the Wolfram language. Not even
Absolutely
close.
Not even close.
Oh my
Not even
gosh.
close.
Amen. Thank you.
Oh, so are we in? You guys got them? Yes, that's the sad part is the clever solution was not correct.
Oh.
But it was a clever solution.
So regardless, it looks like question 5, the first place with 4 points, Total Annihilation. All right.
Annihilating the competition.
And then a close second with 3 points, Gary Lee. Followed by Sander and John McClune.
John McClune.
All right, let's hear it for them.
All right.
And let's hear it for Jose.
All right, we're back in snowy Champaign, Illinois. Is it snowing yet? It looked like it was going to snow. Sorry about that. I'm getting some people flipping me off from the back of the audience. We're at the Wolfram Live Coding Championship. Let's go to the next question.
All right, we are waiting on question 6. Perfect. All right, join across without join across. So given the following definition of args, re-implement join across. The catch is you can't use join across. So for example, we see in this following piece of code that join across at args is the same as my join across at args.
All right, good luck.
Okay, so question 6 is up. Join across without join across. Now I have to note here that I did write this question, and I'm noticing now that args, the whole thing about join across at args,
So
that's a bit
Stephen,
of an overcomplication. Really,
real
the
quick,
intent here is that
how would
join
you
across
read
gets
the
called
code
with two
there if you had to
arguments,
read that
and
out
we
loud in
want to-
words?
and I guess I wanted to encapsulate those
part
arguments
of the
into this
code?
one variable that's defined, but it makes it look a little more
Join across
complicated than it
at
actually is what's going on.
same-
'Cause it would really
same
it is
queue, my join across
is join
at
across
args.
of that
I-
list.
This whole question about making Wolfram language a spoken language, it's an interesting question, and I think there are some tricks for doing that, and I'm not sure this is, that's not a particularly interesting case of that. I think it's more, well, we could try some other piece of code, but I'm pretty sure there are going to be some tricks for taking the nested structure of Wolfram language code and mapping it onto the nested structure that everybody understands from spoken language and making Wolfram language easy to understand. But I don't yet know what those tricks are.
All right, thank you, Stephen.
I think we're allowed to talk.
Are we allowed to talk?
Yes, we're allowed to
So I think the first key to cracking this question is to figure out what join across actually does.
Can you enlighten us, Chief? What does it do?
Okay.
You know,
so
it
let's see, do
joins
we have-
across.
That's very wise of you.
I don't.
Yeah,
see
so if I
any-
had to guess, actually, I don't know. Would it? See, I'm thinking of merge, right? You would have A goes to 1 and A goes to 2, make it A goes to the list 1, 2. But I think that's merge. I have no idea what join across does.
Perhaps he could look it up in the documentation.
Well, you know what? I think by now all of our competitors know what join across does
Because of the good documentation.
because of the documentation.
All right, so let's look at some of these. So
Sure. Let's
people
take a
are
look
kind
at
of
these.
digging heavily into the document.
Yeah, so competitor 1, they've got join across up just to make sure. And they've started defining their my join across function. Doesn't look like it's working yet, and we can see at in 108 the expected result. That's join across at args. That's what they're trying to get out of their my join across function.
We have our cluster over here working hard.
Let's see. So yeah.
And then over here on number 4, also getting pretty close.
Sure, number 4.
Right, we're starting to see.
Yeah, and that's a very similar approach, actually.
Yeah. And
Almost exactly the same.
But on their Twitter, it should have either a YouTube link or a Twitch link.
Right now.
So if you go to Wolfram's Twitter, it should be announced there.
Yeah, so they're going to try a group buy. I like I like the strategy here.
Yeah, they're trying to. I'm not sure what exactly it is they're doing.
I'm seeing a lot of computers with
Trying to
join
get
across reference page open. It's a good sign.
Competitor 2.
Yeah, competitor 2. They put an echo in there somewhere. They've got.
Good.
Yeah.
You got to try things.
Yep,
Like
that's
that,
good.
right?
Yeah. see exactly what's going on inside. I think they're trying to match some brackets.
Yes, it does look like that. Yes, right now. Oh my goodness. Clickety click. Yeah, so there's some tuples going on. I like the kind of general strategies here across all three of these.
We're still waiting on that first correct submission.
Yeah, so there have been several.
Yeah, there have been several incorrect submissions. I suppose we can bring them up and look at them here. So they've got the results. Probably should not be showing that, but the results are well, no, I can show that because that's the result.
Yeah, that's the expected result.
That's already
Yeah,
already here.
not the
So
answers.
join across. Just I suppose I can do it in here. Define args. Oops.
Do it for ourselves.
Yes. So this is what they're trying to get. These are the solutions so far. Oh, we've got a correct
we got a
answer.
We have
from
one correct
Timothy
submission.
Reed. Okay, and so here these are.
That is close, is that?
No, I think that one's right.
Yeah,
so
that
the
one's
auto
right.
grader
It's-
didn't quite get that one. Shame we've been seeing, I guess, some auto grader problems tonight.
Well,
But
it's not going to get them all just because it's a unsolvable problem, right? We
right,
can't-
yeah, it is hard.
Yeah, so
Yeah, because the autograder is more complicated than just looking at the result. It tries to be smart, and so you can't just, if you calculate, if you, like here, if you did join across at args and you got that answer, you couldn't just make that your input, evaluate it. It's the same thing as the output, because that's not, you haven't solved the problem, you have the answer,
the right answer.
expected
That's
answer.
correct, yeah.
So yeah, it's trying to be more smarter than just comparing outputs.
Right.
So yeah, here we've got. In fact, this one also looks
Yeah,
correct.
it
It
looks
looks like
correct
looks like there've been several. You want to go over and check with the judges to see if they've noticed that?
Like they are. Yeah, there's no. I think they've noticed. There are several that look correct. So, yeah.
He's got 4.
Total annihilation.
Yeah.
Yours is not because apparently we need 2 associations in the final output.
The answer is going to have a list of 2 associations.
Yeah, the answer is supposed to be this list of 2 associations.
Some of these, one of these looked like they had 4 associations.
Yeah, this one's got 4, so that's
Yeah, so
wrong.
that one's wrong.
This one returned. Well,
Yeah,
that's-
they were just testing it, right?
But it works.
Yes.
So all they did, they made the mistake of instead of returning, I believe it says, does it? Yeah, it says return my join across at args.
Right.
So that's that and return.
Right. So
Yeah.
So he submitted.
Said
he submitted the
the
test,
test
along
instead
with
of
it,
instead
yes.
of the it's
Instead of
wrong
the results.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, this is correct, but they submitted the wrong thing as the output.
And by the way, I've noticed that he has now lodged a protest with the judges.
Oh, interesting. You want to go ask to get the inside scoop?
So, okay. So yeah, we noticed you had lodged a protest with the judges. What was the protest over?
All right, we have 2 correct submissions. Again, we're waiting on that third.
The first one was incorrect. I knew it. I sent it again, and it keeps sending it.
Good. All right. We have 3. All right, we have 3.
3.
1 minute, everyone. 1 minute 60 seconds. I don't know. Whatever. How'd you do on this one? You get this one? All right, good. All right, well. Oh, good. That's good. Whenever the judges give you the high sign, that's always positive. That's a little bit of love from the judges. That's good. There was a little bit of there was some protest, but luckily this is not a wrestling match.
Yet.
All right, we got 10 seconds, everyone. 10, 9, 8. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Shut it down, gentlemen. Oh, last minute. Let's hear it for last minute. Good job. Good job. That's $20 at the last minute. That's a... All right, we'll wait for the judges to finalize their decision.
So let's go ahead and take a look at Jesse's screen that has a correct solution.
Yeah, so this was kind
And-
of interesting.
Is this just a hard-coded solution?
Wait a minute.
Something's not right here.
Jesse just got up. No, we were... No, this was Jesse and I trying to make a special... we were trying to evaluate something on his screen, and then he got up to go check something out. So that is not a solution. Here are the solutions.
All right. So that's the flip solution.
Yes, the brute
Perfect.
force solution is what that is.
All right. Jesse, is it possible to make the text a little bigger? Thank you.
There we go. No, that's the...
That's the same.
yeah, that's the one we were looking at.
There we go. There's one.
There we go.
Perfect.
The
So while we
prophylactic clear all at the beginning.
wait for the judges to update, let's soak in what's going on here.
So a good use of tuples. That was a lot of people tried that to get to basically set up the left-hand side.
Find all combinations.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then a good use of select again to select from those that met that condition. Joined them all together. Everything worked.
I see. So we're selecting all the elements that have the same key, or whose key points to the same thing.
The same. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so
That's a good solution.
Yeah, it's a clever solution. Were there other solutions, Jesse?
I want to point out that while that is the simplest solution, it's not by far the most efficient.
All right.
we
So
have-
we got total annihilation throwing some salt,
yeah.
saying it's not the most efficient solution.
That as well, but
It is the least efficient solution.
No, I think the least efficient solution is random until it's
Yeah,
right.
until it gets it right. Yeah, yeah.
for inner joints, there is an analog solution.
Sure.
Yeah.
But for the purposes, it works. Yeah. All right, and we have the updated board. So first place this time is Timothy V with 4 points. Let's hear it for Timothy. Next is Total Annihilation with 3. Jose with 2. Degenerate Artist 1. And we have Doo-Doo with 1 and Bandit with 1. And it looks like we need to deliberate with the judges here really quick.
Yeah. Girly is protesting.
Yeah, we have a few protests.
Sorry.
I can confirm, send it over.
You see, folks, this is a really competitive thing, right? We really want to make sure we get it all right.
Girly is about to flip the judges' table over in a rage. So Girly was the unfortunate recipient of a false thumbs up. Oh my goodness.
Oh, man. That's our bad.
Yeah, yeah. It's like when that person waves hi to that person behind you, and you wave back. It's that.
And Sander, did everything get worked out with you? Yeah, okay. Okay. All right.
All right, that was really great. That's good. I like a little bit of controversy.
A little controversy.
These are
It's hard
good.
to avoid. It's hard
All
to
right.
avoid. All right, but regardless, I think we should hear for the competitors. Clearly, they're passionate about what they're doing. Right? This is a marathon. All right, welcome to the Wolfram Live Coding Championship. We're ready for question number 7. The question is the audience ready? Are the coders ready? Let's hear it. Let's hear it, all right. I saw Flip earlier banging his head, so let's hear it. Flip?
Question number 7. parenthesis adding. So given the string, quote, 4 minus 2 times 3 plus 4, unquote, find all the parenthetical groupings of exactly 2 sub-expressions at a time for which the final expression evaluates to a positive number. Return a list of strings that have been passed through sort. Yeah.
And we should note that this is the last question of the night.
Yes.
So if you want to get that $20 gift card, question 8's a tiebreaker.
We may let that run for 2 minutes after that third.
You know what? Why not?
It's kind of, I want everyone to have a chance to get that $20.
Okay, Chip.
Hey.
So this is
By the way,
this one I think is a pretty difficult, or more difficult than the others. It's
I mean, I just right off the bat can think of combinatorial explosion.
yeah. It's so it's a you could think of solving it using expression restructuring, like using Wolfram language expressions, but then you have to keep everything held and make sure that it doesn't escape. So
as we see screen 3 is doing.
Oh yeah, screen 3 exactly. So they're carefully holding every expression. Whoa, wow, no idea what that is, but yeah, they're carefully holding the results that they're working with. The solution that my example solution for this was actually something different, and I have to say I'm not particularly pleased with my own solution because I think it's inelegant. I did it entirely using string manipulation.
Okay.
Which string
Which
manipulation.
actually we see that screen 1 looks like
they're doing something
following
like that
suit.
as well. So, but
In fact,
using,
screen 2.
using
Jesse, you're too hard on yourself.
Okay, perhaps I am. But yes, screen 3 we saw them on they're on the documentation page, I believe. Yeah, for groupings, which is that's I believe the way to solve this, or at least one perhaps most obvious way. And let's see who else. I'm not sure if anyone's gotten groupings. Yeah.
Well, we see screen 4 has group by typed on their notebook.
Okay, yeah, they do, although it's above, so it might have been for the previous question we're looking at this screen here.
Interesting.
Not sure if that's regarding this or not.
Well, in fact, I don't see much typing going on at all in screen 4.
Perhaps just some thinking, pondering, deliberation. Screen 3 again, I think they're the furthest ahead. I think they understand the question. Let's see if that's because there are 2 parts of it. There's finding the groupings, but then like that they're doing here, I believe it with that final cell groupings.
So, yeah, it looks like they just want to find the string that generated 40 down there. Is that correct? Or am I misunderstanding the question?
Let's see. Are they?
Yeah, see,
Where
now
do you-
we're starting again.
Yeah.
I think that's right. I feel like.
Yeah, I think that's wrong here. But not sure what they're trying to do there.
No, I think that's exactly what they're doing. So they're grouping the integer with the associated string, and they should call maximal by with last.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
That's the second argument, and that'll grab that tuple.
Yes.
And then they can throw away the 40.
Yeah, throw away.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see now.
And I should do it.
This is good. I like trying to mind read. On
Yeah,
the fly.
yeah.
It's a watching people write code. If you've ever had anyone stand over your shoulder while you're trying to write code, and how it kind of sucks parts of your brain out while that happens. This is trying to do it remotely. It's just incredibly challenging. And it's kind of fun. I'm a big fan of looking at what people do with the cursor, because it gives you some kind of an idea about what part of the expression it is that they have some question about, and so you watch them kind of slide the cursor around. Looks like number 1 is kind of hit a
Speed bump, roadblock.
speed
Yeah,
bump.
no, it's sort of
number
interesting.
1,
3 out of the
let's see.
4 competitors are using string manipulation, while screen 3 screen 3 has jumped to string
Oh,
manipulation
yep.
as
They
well.
put the 2 string in there, the input form.
It's getting a little
Yeah.
clunky.
This one's getting really
Yeah, let's
A
get
little
back to
clunky,
screen
but you know
3.
what?
that.
You know what? When time's of the essence, you don't care.
Yeah.
You simply don't care.
And it's that.
And it looks like they're exposing bugs along the way.
Oh wow.
So this is interesting. Yeah, you're exactly right. This shows that the expressiveness of the language, that sometimes you can kind of dig yourself into something, but you can get yourself out of it, right? With these kind of complicated.
So what what essentially people are trying to do, I think, is you've got this expression, this 4 minus 2 times 3 plus 4, and then they're trying. Oh, yeah, go ahead. Oh, he just left. Okay, he's left us.
Okay.
So the parenthetical groupings are just putting parentheses in arbitrary places, as long as those enclose exactly 2 sub-expressions. So they're taking out, like with this competitor number 3 here, they've on that line that starts with groupings, they've discarded, they've put aside for the moment where the plus and the minus and times are, where the operations are, and they're just trying to form those groupings, and then they have to stick them back in, stick the operators back in, and evaluate it and see if it works, or see which ones we'd add to
and then they're
positive
going
number.
to use toString to pull it back for their. It looks like what they're trying to do now is almost debug their solution.
Yeah, what? I have no idea what's that.
We're still waiting on that first correct submission.
Yes.
Yeah.
String that holds its fur.
Oh, I see.
See, a lot of you are using string manipulation for this one.
No, that's a.
Certainly a convenient way to go.
The secret judges chapter.
We have
here.
one correct submission.
You could call it a cheat or an intelligent.
John McClune looks flabbergasted over here.
Here, I suppose I'll just bring that up here.
John, you care to tell us why?
Yeah, I'm still staring at the question.
This is the solution.
Yeah, John's still staring at the question, you know. I hear you.
He's pre-calculated or pre-created those groupings, and he's just selecting the ones that are positive. So it's not a real solution. And hopefully the judges will notice that.
Right.
I think they will. Okay, so where are we? Jose is saving his notebook.
Jose has decided to go into the operating system.
Yeah. So, okay. So he's got another tricky.
All right,
thing
a slight
here.
development.
So,
There are no correct submissions thus far.
so
There's a
another
bit of a hiccup.
One of the reasons I suppose that I chose string manipulation and that other people have chosen to do that to solve this is that on this Jose here, where he's using direct, it went away, but using direct expression manipulation, you lose the asterisk as the times, because
Right.
by
It's
default
an adjacency.
it becomes the space times or whatever that is, the space that gets interpreted as a times. So, and since the result is expected, shown in the example. The example for that other string, you're supposed to have those.
I'm seeing a lot of
asterisks,
groupings,
like
subsequences,
Yeah.
string expression,
Competitors asked me about that.
Really? Okay.
permutations I saw,
Oh, wild.
Yes, in the wild. So.
string
So-
insert,
But
Take
it
a
is
look
good.
at-
Yeah, I think you're right though. That's
insert.
So yeah, what's
we're
going
getting.
on there?
There's another.
That's interesting. So they're inserting the groupings, the parentheses manually by just choosing places to put them in. And maybe
See, everybody's
there's a
very
way-
concentrated.
I guess you could do that.
Because again, this is the final question. Last chance to get on the board. Remember, if you're on the board at all, you'll get a $20 gift card to the Wolfram store down in the basement.
Let's go over to competitor number 2 over here. They've got a whole lot of stuff going on. I'm not sure if I can make sense of that, but that's not a bad thing. It's just complex.
So they've created a pure function that is.
See, we're doing some debugging with echo over there.
Always.
So I think they've, in a sense,
It's a pretty convenient function, really.
do you think they're re-implementing groupings?
Yeah.
I think this
But
person could
'cause
use
a lot of those things
select
there
by
are
syntax Q, maybe. Whoever's on the screen, syntax Q.
So a bunch of those things there. I suppose those are valid groupings, but they're not what the result is supposed to look like. So not sure if this approach is going to work, but never know.
Yeah, right. You see things like parent 3, parent.
Yeah.
and things like that. So that's
Yeah.
gonna come back and get you.
Yeah.
All right,
So
we
here
now
it's-
officially have one correct submission.
Okay.
Correct.
Let's have a look and see.
Yeah. Number 4 here. Or I suppose I can. I'm curious what. The correct solution is. I don't see.
They're going to add syntax cue there. Let's
anyways,
see. No.
We're looking at competitor number. Oh, I think we're still on 2. Competitor number 4, who's defined a function in instir pair. Perhaps insert pair, which is that's that string insert, except they switched to just working with lists of characters instead of abandoned working directly with the strings. And I think they're trying to might have some doing things on the wrong
Jose,
levels.
real quick, how's it going?
I found a bug while doing this.
Jose's found a bug. Perfect. I feel the whole room feels your sentiments right now. This seems to be a tough question.
So I think I was saying earlier that I tried to write the questions at equal difficulty level. This seems to be the exception. I was wary about using this question at all because it is a little it's measurably more complex than the others, as we can tell by the time being taken to solve it. But I think it's an interesting problem, and it's quite easy to conceptualize what the question expects you to do or wants you to do. But
And going back
how
to the
actually
Wolfram
go
tones,
about it.
Jeopardy could use this, right?
But no, I agree.
Looks like everyone's too concentrated to listen to me.
This one definitely.
That's the way it should be.
Simple in conception and a little more nuanced in solution, I think, is a good way of putting this. And
Yeah.
people are the approaches are varied, but they seem to be consistent within, but a certain amount of variation where people, again, are.
Yeah, so I think Jose has been, number 3 here, has been switching between string manipulation and raw expression manipulation. I think he's on a swung back to strings, which I think it might be that's the right way to do this. Strings or lists, I suppose, because in theory, working with raw expressions makes sense, but again, the issue of how the result is supposed to be a string.
Right.
Kind of
living in that universe.
Yeah, living in the universe.
John, can we get an update?
Yeah, exactly.
Are you finished
So
reading the
I think
question?
Yeah,
those
I've
look
got a bit of an idea now.
I think
have a plan,
he's
at least.
on.
All right, John's read the
right track,
question and he has a
those-
plan.
Those,
In a half hour, we got it.
Okay.
So,
yeah, he is on
I
the
think
right
he's got
track.
it. Yeah, and he's just those 2 expressions. Well, except evaluates to a positive number. So is that it? Because he's selecting there the ones
He's
where.
selecting the ones where they are.
Yeah, what is that? Select.
He's selecting.
Oh no, we're not inside the select. That's inside the sort. No, is it? I can't.
Oh, it's in the string cases.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right, so
I wish I could click in there and get the
Yeah, no.
see the bracket matching.
Yeah.
But
There we go.
now he's in his select, and so he's
Right,
he's
right.
he's generated a bunch of things, and now he's filtering out to have only the ones where there are 4
Four,
parentheses,
yes.
because those are because they're
It's still anyone's game here.
No, it's only parenthetical groupings of exactly 2 sub-expressions at a time, but a sub-expression can be itself a parenthetical grouping. So the nesting is, that one's nested right there. Nesting is allowed. And
So again, as I've been walking around, I've been noticing a lot of strings that aren't even correct syntax. You can filter those out with syntax
and
Q.
you can see in the example, parallel example solution for that 5 plus 6 times 7 it's on the lower third at the bottom. Those have, in fact, they all have 6 parentheses. So I guess it has to have exactly. Yeah, I think it must have to have 6 parentheses.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point.
All right, so we have a group over here that claims to have the correct solution, so let's go deliberate with the judges.
No, it's you run it against the example and it gives you the exact.
Correct, so I will go deliberate with the judges.
they have submitted an answer.
Let's see if we can. Which I don't know what their username is. Otherwise, I'd bring it up from the judges' room here. But okay, let's go. Let's take a look at another one of our contestants. So what's going on over here with contestant 1, John McLoon?
What are your usernames? Bandit and who else?
Bandit 2.
Oh, we're all Bandit. Bandit is claiming they have it. So let's hear why.
So okay, I brought up here that this is the solution that Bandit submitted. So,
Read the question carefully. Uh-huh.
Yeah, they
There's a sentence towards the end you need to read, and you have
return,
it.
Yeah, the return
Yeah.
part. Return because here, this thing here, take a look at, they didn't sort it, because it does say return a list of strings that has been passed through sort, and it's important to have that kind of thing in the question, because otherwise it's not specified what order the results are expected
That's
to be in,
true.
and since there are always multiple ways of solving the questions, it's possible a different method might result in a different natural ordering. So it's important for these questions to have that, to specify explicitly that return value.
So it looks like we're having some ambiguity issues as to what are you sorting with respect to, the string or the value? I wouldn't go that far. I think it's an excellent question.
Okay, can I talk through this microphone? Not sure. Okay. Oh, well, okay. Well, anyways, so apparently people think the question is ambiguous. That I guess that part about sort. I think that's pretty. That's unambiguous. Yeah, a list of strings that has been passed through sort.
There's no ambiguity.
Yeah, and it's not maybe if it said that have, you would think that the passing is applying to each string, but no, it's a list of strings that has been passed through sort.
Yes.
So
I
wonder
don't
if
think
I can.
there's any ambiguity at all there.
I want to challenge this allegation of ambiguity, but okay.
Well,
Okay, let's see what's going on with contestant 4 here. They have multiple functions defined to try to solve this. Add possible.
Bandit, good news. You got it. It does, but we made a note.
Double point. We deserve 4 points for every submit.
The only way to calm this table down.
So here on number 2.
I mean, you've been going for 2 whole hours.
5 in the morning.
It's 5 in the morning for you?
Portugal.
Oh, wow.
5 in the morning. Oh, man.
I'll give you a pass here.
Is there a small table we can overturn?
You know, it wouldn't be a wrestling match without it. Throw by table instead of sort by. You know, it's nice to see about a little more than half of the competitors have at least 1 point. It's very nice.
Right.
And I think it's interesting to note the current state of affairs. We have a tie for second place. So depending on how this question goes, there could be a tie, and we would need a tiebreaker. So total annihilation and Sander, it's up to you.
Okay. So yeah, they have. So they are creating big fat lists of goodness here.
Yeah, thank you.
Right? So they have, let's see here, they have
Yes, we have another contest.
Yeah, so add possible, just based on the name of that function. It sounds like they're generating these candidate strings, so all of the possible groupings, and then add possible is, I would expect it would be using to expression to evaluate them, but it seems to be doing something more complicated than that. So add possible. What is character? The function I know there's characters, but character. I don't think that's a function. No, it represents a single.
It represents a single.
Yeah, but then why are they calling it within
interpair?
I don't think. Yeah, I'm not sure what. I think
they're using that right.
Yes, I don't think they're using that right. So, that yeah.
Gotta ask again, John. Any updates?
My answer looks too simple to be correct. I mean, the output is too simple, but I'm about to submit it and see what happens.
All right, we'll see.
Oh, yeah.
That string is just. They're trying to hold that as one of the strings or one of the characters from the expression that you have. So they're trying to just represent it.
So they're just using character just because?
Yeah.
I mean, it could be anything?
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
any wrapper.
Wrap
Okay.
it, yes.
Well,
We have 2 correct submissions.
Hey, 2 correct submissions. I'd like to. I suppose we should wait until we have 3 to bring up those and take a look at them. But well, I'll bring it up. Hold on a second.
Why not?
Yeah, I think the graders marked them all as incorrect, so I just need to check the expected result here. Okay, here's
that's one that's correct.
So.
Wow.
So, okay, I'm just going to switch over to my screen now. So here's one that came through. I don't think it's the first correct solution, but it's one of them.
Yep.
So they've got the original thing is 4 minus 2 times 3 plus 4. So they've broken that just down into a list, and they're getting the groupings of 2, which looks like that. So these are, you can see, those are, like, if you treat these as parenthetical expressions, these are all of the possible things, and each of these does have 6. Excluding the outer list, it has 6 parentheses in it, 3 open, 3 closed. So now that's easy. It's just the matter of putting the operators back in.
And you notice that they called the solution that
No, it is.
winners.
I'm comparing.
Winners, so the ones that are where they are above
Survive
0.
the selection, right? That's
So they've now. How are they? I don't see 2 expression happening. Oh, okay. So they are not using string manipulation. Yeah, they are. Okay. They're doing it in 2 steps. They're using expression manipulation to just put the functions plus and.
I'd like to commend everyone. You are concentrating for a very long time.
Yeah, they're put there, so they're building.
Yeah.
And they're
Yeah.
We're still waiting on that number 3 spot.
And evaluating that, and then finding the solutions, which are these. So selecting of the groupings, the ones that.
So audience, this is a hard question. Can we get a quick round of applause to try to get the spirit up? I know we can do this. I've walked around, I've looked at people's screens, and we have a 3rd correct submission. We're going to start the 1-minute timer. And you know what? I'm going to double it. It's going to be a 2-minute timer this time. Yeah, I'm going to start it again.
He's not very good at computers, so.
I've tried to dabble.
Yeah, here we go. Now we're gonna stop this. We're gonna go 2 minutes. We're gonna make it crazy. You know what? We're gonna make it 2 minutes. We're gonna make 2 minutes and 4.
2 minutes and 4 seconds. Oddly specific.
Yes.
But it starts now.
Yeah. Whoops. No, it doesn't. Yeah, it's over.
All right.
It's just 1 minute.
Thanks, Flip. Thanks, Flip. Flip Phillips, everybody. Yeah.
Turns out I didn't get what the answer was saying.
Gurley is typing away.
To the mellow sounds.
Frankly, everybody is.
The mellow sounds of Wolfram tones.
I see Jesse over there. He knows what the correct answer is. Andre. Good, Andre.
Yeah. This is Wolfram Tones. Yeah. I thought this was Wolfram Tones.
All right, I'm going to start the minute timer again. Now there is 1 minute remaining. I told you I'm giving 2 minutes this time.
I'm fairly certain this is Wolfram.
We want everybody to get a point on this board.
Yeah. It is Wolfram Tones.
Perfect.
I've been instructed to correct your...
We got about 30 seconds.
Sander is grabbing his head with anguish,
It can be frustrating.
wiping the sweat from his brow. Now shaking his head to loosen to readjust
All right,
the brain tissue.
we have 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Time is up, everybody.
Up, everybody.
So again, I want to give a big round of applause, not only for this question, it was a tough one. We were waiting a while, but for the whole competition, right? Our competitors tried really hard, and I could see the frustration, the excitement, all the emotion. It's been great. So we're going to wait on the judges here.
Yeah. There is an opportunity for a tie.
There is, I was saying, if Total Annihilation and Sander both don't place,
That is correct.
and John McClune and Timothy can't knock him out somehow.
Or if Total Annihilation hits it and Gurley does not. Sander hits it and Gurley does not. We could have a three-way tie, or a two-way tie.
Yeah.
It's pretty exciting. Is it up? Oh, it's up, ladies and gentlemen. Bandit with the 4 points.
All right.
There we
Bandit.
go.
Nice.
Team Bandit. And then Degenerate Artist with
Number 3.
second place and 3 points.
All right.
And then finally YSH in third place with 2 points.
All right. I think that's you.
Hey, welcome back. It is tie-break time at the LiveCoding Championship. Wolfram Technical
So I think, first off, it looks like Gurley has got first place.
Yes,
But
locked
the
up.
question, very good job. The question remains, who gets second and who gets third? So first, I think we should reveal each other. Total Annihilation, stand up,
Yes.
wave. We have Total Annihilation
And Sander.
and Sander.
All right.
So for the tiebreaker, it will only be these two competing.
Yes.
All right?
A head-to-head.
A head-to-head.
A head-to-head.
This has never happened.
A first
This is a first.
for the LiveCoding Championship. All right. All right, Sander has just taken a drink of water. You
Yeah.
do need to be hydrated.
Hydrate up.
Yeah, get yourself some water.
Here, Carlo, sit down. I got you.
Carlos has asked for
Carlo.
a sponge boy, and I did not know that was actually a part of the competition. So we're all right. He is now hydrating.
All right.
Because you must remain hydrated. Everyone's welcome to try this on your own, but this question is between the two of you.
And again, I want to hear from the audience. We got first tiebreaker ever in a live coding championship.
Big time excitement.
It is.
All right.
It's big time excitement. I'm serious here.
All right.
What are the odds?
Yes. Root hard.
Someone could probably calculate it.
And I think Jesse may be able to reveal both of you guys plugged in, so we'll be able to reveal as you are trying to solve here. So this will be exciting. The whole world is watching.
The whole world is watching.
Yes. No pressure.
I propose that we reveal, but we turn around so we can see.
A good. Fair enough. Yes.
I can't see it anyway, but
Yeah. Just.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't have Sander online, so it doesn't matter. Okay.
Oh, we'll just watch you, Carlo.
Yeah, the whole world will watch Carlo. Yeah, we could plug you in. Is there a spare? Over there?
Sander can use someone else's
Yeah,
computer.
Sander could- yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay, we're gonna plug Sander in.
Great.
All right, this is gonna be good.
We'll be able to watch.
Yeah. Yeah.
The audience
Sander,
will be
if you-
able to
maybe
tell
you turn
who's
your back a
closer,
little
who's
bit.
further.
Okay. Oh, we're getting an adapter. We all must have dongles.
There's dongles.
Yeah. This is good too. This
Yes, it's Mac versus PC.
I don't want to see history.
No, they're both facing the wrong way. This is good.
Yeah, I just want to say that this is not my computer, and so the ergonomics of it are. But I am an employee and Sander is not.
I see. So you claim a handicap because this is not your computer. You're not used to the macros.
Yeah,
Okay, I've heard it before.
Gotta have the control key.
I've heard it
instead of the
before.
caps lock. Yeah, I'm with you on this. Yeah.
But he's not an employee, so.
Okay. But he is a good guy. This is all about good. Is this good versus evil? Can we pin this in a way? Is which one of you is the heel? Okay, you are the evil. Okay. Does anyone have a folding chair that he can now crack across the back of Sander before we get started?
All right, we're still working to get Sander's screen streamed so we can watch them go head to head. This is going to be exciting.
All right. I think we got Sander is live. You got Sander?
Are we good? All right. All right, it is time for the tie-breaking question of the Live Coding Championship here at the Wolfram Technology Conference. And here we go.
All right, Bob. Let it go. Here's the tiebreaker. Full moons on Halloween. Out of the next 100 years, 2019 through 2119, find those in which the moon is in the full moon phase at 11 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, GMT -4, on Halloween, October 31st. Return a list of years as integers in ascending order.
And again, let's hear it for them as they're coding. Let's hear it. It's a race.
I love questions that as you become more incredulous as you read the question.
Well, you see, he's trying to really disambiguate what's going on.
This is true.
GMT -4. All right, we got cheering crowd
Now
for
we have a
Sander.
cheering competition. All right, so
All right, and we got some cheers for Carlo too. I like it.
And we have
No,
Sander.
come on.
Sander's
Come
up on the
on.
screen right now.
All right, so on the big screen right now, Jesse is showing us Sander right now. So we're
the
watching
Mac.
Sander. We're inside of Sander's mind.
Inside Sander's mind.
Yeah. Oh,
And now it went black.
now it's gone. Thank you.
And Carlo.
Yeah, all right. Now
Okay, so it looks like they're on track. Looks like they have the right functions. They need to compose them properly, all that.
deliberative. Oh, look at this. So he's making a big.
A waning gibbous.
Ooh.
Now flip.
I had a problem with that once, and a little bit of antibiotic, and it fixed it.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I was going to ask you. Do you know the difference between a crescent and a gibbous moon, waning and waxing?
A little.
Do you? Okay, okay.
One's on the way in and one's on the way out. But
Yeah.
I don't know about the gibbous and the.
Pretty sure the crescent makes the C and the gibbous is the inverted.
It's the inverted C.
Yeah. Trying to act like I know what I'm talking about. Anyway, let's not distract ourselves from Carlo and Sander.
All right, we got. Yeah, so looking at using the moon phase function, right? Look at this.
Yeah. Maybe building up an association here or something.
Yes.
And Sander, it looks like he's doing something similar. He's grouping them in a list rather than a rule.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same if you really think about it.
I'm loving it.
And it looks like it might be his submission.
Yeah. Oh, he's clicked on the wrong bar.
Yeah.
It's a user interface failure of his own. All right. At integers in ascending order. So does he have them sorted there?
It's too bad our little thumbnail down there is hiding whether it's correct or incorrect. Adds to the suspense.
It does. Oh,
there we go.
no,
Unfortunately for Sander.
it is close, though.
Descending order.
You know, it looks like they're converging in, so let's
Yeah,
get
it
one
does.
more round of applause here.
Yeah.
Help them cross
Help
the
'em.
finish line. They're sprinting to that finish line.
My goodness, they are close.
We see Carlo has a different answer. It's checking. It's incorrect.
Yeah.
From the looks of it, it looks right.
Yeah. It feels.
Though it's not in
but it's
ascending
not
order.
in ascending
Oh, he's
order.
reverse sorting it. Maybe we can flip back to.
maybe
Oh, well, wait. Yeah, flip to Sanders. See what's going on there.
All right. Ah, he's getting the time.
He's got the
zone.
GMT
Yeah, I got
negative
the
4
GMT.
going.
Oh, they are both. They are just. It's. You can taste it. You only got 2. Yeah. You got those 3.
You go.
Yeah. So some of the audience participants are getting similar answers.
Oh, we do? All right.
Yeah.
We have a correct answer.
Yes.
We have a correct answer. We're going to switch to the interstitial. All right. So, all right. So let's hear it for them. Let's hear it for our 2 competitors in the tiebreaker.
It shows up incorrect for both.
Can I say something?
In a minute.
Yeah. No.
In a minute.
No, you,
in
no,
a
you
minute.
may not.
In a minute. We have to announce. We have to make announcements.
This is pretty exciting. I'm very excited.
All right.
Are you going to cut it loose? It's going to happen.
Let's see what's going on here.
It's UTC. Yeah.
Having some technical difficulty here. Some discussion.
Yeah. Are you ready? Oh, we're gonna do. Let's do. You want to do the interstitial? You want to put the let's. All right.
All right. We're going to update the leaderboard.
Oh, the tension is. Everyone, hold your breath. Ow! Total annihilation.
Total annihilation.
But it didn't add up because for some reason the bonus question.
All right. Congratulations to everybody. Not even first through third. Congratulations to everybody.
That's, you know, if you're gonna have one bug, Jesse, that is the best bug to have. Is the one. Yeah. Hey, welcome back to the LiveCoding Championship 2019.
And we have a champion.
We have a champion. And it is time to give away the top 3 prizes. The rest of you will give away the prizes. We'll give your certificates after we close everything out. But let's start with third place.
So first, let's hear it for everybody one more time.
Yeah.
This was long, but it was also really fun. There were some really creative solutions. And more importantly, I mean, it seemed everybody enjoyed it.
I think so.
And I mean, at the end of the day, it's what it's all about.
Indeed.
So
All right.
without further ado, third place goes to Sander.
Yeah.
Nice job. Here you go.
Sander, this is your first. This is your first live coding championship.
Yes.
It's your first tech conference too.
Also, yeah.
All right.
Wonderful.
All right. Anything to say?
Well, it was very nice. Maybe next year again. We'll see. Yeah.
Very good. All right. Sander, everybody.
Sander, everybody.
And in second place, he eked it out in the tiebreaker. Total annihilation. Should be total eking. Very nice. You have anything to say, Carlo?
I am the eternal second.
He was second place last year. Maybe even 2 years ago.
Yeah. Oh.
All right. You're consistent.
Always the bridesmaid. All right.
But last but not least, certainly not least,
Not least.
let's have a big
most-
round of applause for our first place contestant, Gurley.
Really?
All right. So,
Wait. Yes.
first the boring, we got an Amazon Echo.
Amazon stuff.
But
most importantly,
set
and I
that
will-
thing
yeah,
down.
Set
You know,
that
yeah.
thing down. This is
hold that up in the air.
There you go.
Hold that
ladies
up in
and
the
gentlemen.
air. All right.
Live coding champion.
Awesome.
2019.
2019 champ.
Yes.
All right. I got to ask, what's your advice?
Yeah, be me. That's a good advice. I mean, I had some good, sort of competition going here, so I beat my boss, so I'm really happy about that. So I think that's what really kept me motivated and.
So how did you prepare for this competition?
Well, I really got myself into a very, good mental state, and I did some meditation.
Hydrated.
Definitely had some water. Yeah, I
Good.
would recommend water. I'm also. I did not do any of this.
All right.
I had water.
Okay, so pure talent and water.
And water.
Talent and water.
These-
All right.
and the Wolfram documentation.
And the Wolfram documentation.
Yes, I do that.
All right.
So good.
All right. Well, again, thank you, everybody. Thank you to our live streamers
Yes.
for seeing us through. Thank you to the competitors. Thank you to the audience for being good sports.
Thank you to
Most
our
importantly,
judges.
thank you to the judges,
And thank
to
you
Jesse,
to Jesse.
and to our video and audio crew who had seamless transitions throughout the night.
And thank you to you.
Thank you to you.
All right. And we'll see you all right here next year. 2020 Live Coding Championship Wolfram Technology
right.
Conference.
All right. That'll
Good
do
night,
it.
everybody.